Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the third grade concept of determining unknown term in a multiplication or division problem. This is standard 3.5D in the great state of Texas, and we're using item number 42 of the 2016 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work it out on your own, unpause it, we will look at our answers together. So this might seem like a fairly simple problem, and if you know your multiplication facts, then you could probably just circle the answer and move on. But let's take a moment to see why this might be a little bit tricky. So we have a box right here, and it's missing, and it's, in case we're not sure, this is called a factor. So multiplication problems, basic facts like this have two factors. Sometimes you can multiply 3 numbers, 4 numbers. There's no limit, just like addition. And then we have an answer here, and this is called a product. And so we are looking for this missing factor. And like I said, if you know multiplication facts, you can do it. But there's a different way we can do it as well. We can skip count by fives. So let's look at a few different options here. So we can skip count by fives, because we know we got groups of 5. So we can skip count by fives. Or what we could do is we could turn it into a division problem. So let's look at both of those real quick. So if I wanted to skip count by fives, well, I could just list out my fives. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and there we go. We've got 45. Now the question is how many did I count? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like this might be 9 times 5. So what we could do is we could use our division. And how we do that is we do this. We take our 9 times 5, assuming that's it. And we realize that we could reverse the order of the factors. That's the commutative property. And then we can get some division problems. So we could say 45, and we can divide it by 9. Or we could do 45. We could divide it by 5. And so that's our fact family there. Those are 4 related facts. And so let's see if this is correct. Let's see if I divide 45 by 5, I'm going to get 9. And so we can just take 45, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. Well, we've got groups of 5 here. So let's see if we can just group them into groups of 5 since I'm using tally marks here. Does this make 9 circles? Yes, it does. So we could be pretty sure that our answer here is going to be 9. But what makes the other ones incorrect? Let's take a look at that. So if you didn't want to do this, and if you didn't want to do this, another way to solve this problem would just be to start taking these numbers and start plugging them in and saying, does that make sense? So 50 times 5. Well, I want to do multiplication vertically here. So 0 times 5 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. So 50 times 5 is 250. You also could have done that by using your multiples of 10. 5 times 5 equals 25, and then you add the 0 at the end. Either way, it is not 45, and that's not going to work. 8 times 5, now that's close. 8 times 5, if you're not really sure of your multiplication facts, you might get that. But 8 times 5, we've already done all of our 5s down here. 8 times 5, that equals 40. So it's close, but that's why you might want to double check. And then 40, well, take a look at this 40. 40 times 5 does not equal 45. But if you change this to a plus, now it works. So 40 plus 5, it's just the wrong operation. So that's not going to work either. Our answer is H.